WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany tasting rare and exotic whiskey. This is my third Scarabus video, by the way. We've had the Scarabus normal, we've had the cask strength, and we now have the 10-year-old, 46%. Over here in Germany, I paid 42 euros 90 for this. Whiskey base number 171497. It's an Islay Single Malt. And I have no idea where it comes from, but I do know that Hunter Laing is the producer of this whiskey. Bottler, let's say that, independent bottler. I'm going to compare it to something called Laphroaig 10. Forgive me, I have a little bit left over from my German video here, my glass. And so I'd like to compare this. This is over here in Germany, 32 euros 90. So there's a big price difference, at least in my personal opinion. So we have 10 euros more for this. We have a brown bottle. We have 46%. We have 40%. We have here, oops, I forgot to pour it. We have here no artificial coloring and no chill filtration. Very, very important, and therefore I would say Scarabus has this as a microscopic. Do you see this thing? Product of Scotland. Above that, you can barely read something there. That says no, what does it say exactly? No artificial coloring or chill filtration. It's on the bottle, people. It's on the box. It's on the tube. Microscopic, but it's there. Yay. I would put it like this big on my bottle, which I did in my German bottle, by the way. It was a fairly good size there. So if you take a look at the coloring here, you can see this is what a whiskey from Islay should look like with 10 years, and this is what it looks like with yes, coloring added, artificial coloring, which is allowed in Scotland and not allowed in other countries. So, well. All right, good. So what do we have here? We don't know where this comes from. Many people say Islay. I'm not sure. I've had a few Islays in my life, and I didn't like them. I do like the Scarabus. In my humble opinion, some of the lightly peated Bunnahabhains have been interesting for me. Might be a Bunna, but for all the people out there, the experts, they always look at me, laugh, and go, nah, Jason, you don't know your stuff. And I don't. Talking about the island of Islay, I am basically a beginner again. So I've had about 2,000 whiskeys so far. And very few of them have been the peated, smoky type of stuff that's typical for Islay because I just didn't like it. And it's taken about 4, almost 5 years to get me into this world of Islay. And it's interesting, to say the least. I'm still not a big friend of the Laphroaig. I will drink it if I have to. I will not spit it out, but I will not buy it again. Over here, the Scarabus, on the other hand, I kind of like it. Let's tell me why on the nose. I get a sweet, nice type of salty, maritime type of moment. It's almost, the saltiness is something you don't maybe like, but a little bit like olive saltiness, or maybe a sardine type of saltiness, maybe more the sardine type of saltiness. It's got the feel, it's got the smell, it's got that association of I'm at the harbor, and it's a fishing type of harbor, and there's a little bit of salt water in the air. I used to live in northern Germany. We had a few of those fishing harbors that still actually were in existence. So that was always one of the things you would go. And in the summer, it would be more of a tourist attraction. But hey, they still, back then, they used to live from it. Over here, the Laphroaig. Now, this smells like a piece of cedar wood on fire. Cedar wood charcoal. I don't know if there is such a thing. I've made a few chests and so on from cedar wood and done some stuff for my mom and so on for woodworking, and a little bit of cedar wood would be left over. You throw it in the fire, and that would have a very particular smell, that cedar. That's what I'm getting here. It has a little bit of a type of rubbery moment as well. Some people actually say like a little bit like an inner tube air moment. You ever had an inner tube and you've let the air out of it, has a certain type of vulcanized type of rubbery moment there. But definitely the cedar wood chard is more in the foreground. Yeah. So 46%, 40%. Cheers. It's got some lemony moments, citrus. It's got the barley sugar. It's got the sweetness in there. It's got a tiny, tiny little bit of an oak. And it's got the smoky, honeyed moment towards the end. And that smoky, honeyed moment at the end is more of a salty type of honey type of smoke. Nice. I like this. This is actually exactly where I'm at on my journey towards Octomore or whatever you want to call it. For me at the moment, the more smoke, the more peat, the better is absolutely alive. Very gently easing in, starting off with some Highland Park, going over some Talisker. Now I have a Scarabus that I like. And I do admit that the 10-year-old has less, at least from my memory, less of the peatiness than the normal Scarabus did, which was a no age statement, and also less than the batch strength did. So this is good. I don't know if you've ever done this before, but the problem is you don't really taste the smoke, the peat. You smell it, and the rectal rectonasal moment you have back here in the back of your throat, up into your nasal passages. You have some receptors, and they actually pick up a lot of that smoke and a lot of that flavor there. You'll get a lot of it also. For example, after the shooting, I blew my nose, a little bit of allergies in the moment, and all this smokiness appeared in my nasal passage that wasn't there before. A lot of it you swallow the phenols, but some of it actually stays up there, remains there. Just go to your wife and say, "Hi, honey," after doing an Islay tasting, and at least my wife will push me away and say, "Get out of here. Go brush your teeth." Because it really does linger. All right. So the Lafroig, just as a comparison, I'm going to give this, by the way, I don't think I graded it in my German video. Wow. I'm going to give this actually a C+. I like it. Value for money, solid C. Now, this is 10 euros cheaper. It's also a 10-year-old statement, but it's 40%. Mm-hmm. And as soon as it enters your mouth, it's watery. It's not probably watery if it's only whiskey of the night or the day, but compared to the 46-year-old, and the alcohol is very, very nicely, I'm going to say closely knitted into this whiskey. It's so well integrated. It's holistic. It's good. Here we have a more of that ashy type of, a light rubbery type of peatiness that's really not up my alley yet. Well, I prefer this much more. C plus and also value for money C. Is it worth the 10 euros more? Definitely in my book. Yes, this is a product that is just for the masses. 40% minimum ABV for a whiskey, and also with color. This is something for us freaks, geeks, and nerds. 46% non-chilled filter, 10 years old, Islay, everything we want at a price which is okay, decent. Let's say that. All right, we can't complain about the 42.90. Not that much, at least, not with the prices of whiskey exploding as they are, skyrocketing. That's the things. My question of the day is, what is your favorite 10-year-old Islay whiskey? I'm going to expand it. I'm sorry. What is your favorite 10-year-old peated whiskey? Now we can take Talisker 10. We can take maybe something else we've had before with 10 years of age that also has a nice little peat there. So what's your favorite peated 10-year-old whiskey? I'm going to say I did not like the Talisker 10, but I do like the Scarabus 10. So this is going to be my new favorite 10-year-old peated whiskey. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, subscribe. Please tell others. Please share this video maybe on social media and invite other people to watch this crazy guy over in Europe tasting things you're probably not going to ever see, which is not good for the search engines, not good for the algorithm, but hey, we got a good community and people out there like to see things they can't get their hands on sometimes. Fear of missing out, FOMO. Maybe I should rename my channel and FOMO, WhiskyJason, yeah? All the best. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.